Last time, after struggling to make it to Hungerford, I returned the following week and was making very good progress towards Newbury, while also passing the halfway point of the A4. Halfway across the A4 is this junction. We're halfway there. It's quite good, isn't it? We're halfway there. Hello, my name's John, filmmaker and slightly experienced walker. And last year, I decided to go on a bit of a journey. I wanted to walk the length of the historic road linking the west coast of England to London. There'll be highs. Just coming up to one of my favourite place names on the A4. And lows. It wasn't meant to be the longest day of walking, but it is. And lots of walking. Please enjoy this episode of Walking the Length of the A4. Still on the move through West Berkshire and needing to meet up with my friends Alex and Ollie, I knew distractions would only slow me down, so I really had to put my head down and get moving. I'm not going to take a shot every time one of those shows up. But I find it weird how there was one near Avery and then there were none for like 20 miles plus, and then I've seen 2.5 miles. There might have been one, I don't know, I may have missed it, but that's just a little funny to me that I had to wait that long for another milestone. A34 back there. It's tough to believe that that way, if you go far enough, it's the end of it, you get to where I went to university, which is Winchester. If you go that way, you get all the way up to the M40 and towards Birmingham. Actually, another thing with the A34 is that not only did it end at Winchester, the junction where it ends, which is near a big Tesco, I lived like about 2 minutes away from that junction in third year of uni. So it's so weird being like, knowing that road like finishes near where I once lived. It's crazy, man. I don't know, you probably don't think it's crazy, but I do. That was an interesting sign. 1 mile to Newbury, obviously, but 18 miles to Reading. That's the first time I've seen a sign for Reading along this trip. It's 18 miles and 18 miles from Marlborough. So this is the halfway point between Reading and Marlborough, which is quite interesting. I remember 18 miles since Marlborough. Remember when it was like 38 miles to Marlborough? I've walked so far. Also, I've just had a realisation. I've crossed the gap. I have crossed the gap, the Chippenham to Newbury gap. Crossed it. It's the hardest section yet, even though the last 9 miles have actually been quite simple. Oh my god, it's getting harder. Like, I'm glad I'm in a bit of shade now. I'm starting to get very hot inside. But hey, we've done the gap. Very happy about that. Now it's just a little bit further to Newbury. According to Google Maps, I'm 12 minutes walk away from our agreed meeting place. I'm so excited about it. I've not seen Alex in 6 months, and I've not seen Ollie in over a year. I'll let you figure that out why. It's really exciting to see them again. 12 minutes till I'm at the place where we meet. You know, so exciting, isn't it? I ended up being so excited seeing him again for the first time in over half a year that I didn't get that much more footage of the rest of the day. So, other than this clip of me outside the Swan, which was our desired meeting place, the only other shot I got was me on the train back to Reading. Trust me though, we had a good few hours, and that was also where we started to discuss a film we were going to be making. On the train back, I was feeling incredibly good. Alright, it's been a little while since I was last on the road. A lot of things have happened. I went on holiday, the weather's been a little bad on the days I planned to do the walk because I've been working. So I've not had a lot of time to carry on with the walk, but here I am today, and yeah, this will be the longest day of walking. It wasn't meant to be the longest day of walking, but it is. So what I'm doing today, I'm walking from the outer suburbs of Newbury into central Reading. That's 17, 18 miles. That's a long day. The Chippenham Avery leg was 17 miles on the dot, so this is longer than that. Yeah, currently it's 10:30, or 20 to 11, which is later than I wanted to start. But we aim to be in Reading for late evening-ish, well, early late evening, about 7-8 o'clock. What are we waiting for? We may as well just go. So I think by that ominous description, you can tell this day was going to be a long one. The plan for it would be to pass through Thatcham, Midgham, Aldermaston, Thiel, and ending it in Reading, my home. Obviously excited by that fact, I made good progress towards Thatcham. Happened on the road. The cars have just stopped and there's people gathered around something. I don't know what's going on. So all I can gather from that is someone was hit, not bad, but they were hit off their bike. It's not the worst that could have happened. Like they're conscious, they're moving. Out of respect, I didn't film them because that's a real dicky thing to do. That's causing traffic to build up, and it'll be interesting to see how long it goes on for. Yeah, it's not a pleasant thing to see, even if it wasn't the worst thing that could have happened. It's not a pleasant thing to see. Just coming up to one of my favourite place names on the A4, Midgham. Whoever thought of that should get a bloody pay rise. Midgham. That's such a perfect name. Midgham. I can't stop saying it. Midgham. Passing through Midgham. Through Midgham, I started to notice signs I was nearing home. I had dinner there a few times, Berkshire Arms. It's funny that now I'm getting to places on the A4 that I actually recognise. It's so weird, it's such a surreal thing. I've come basically halfway across the country. I've seen so many new places and now I'm entering where I grew up for most of my life. All of my life basically, so yeah, it's so weird. On top of that, I also started to see local phone numbers, signs for Reading, and this sticker which I can't be bothered to explain to people not supporters of Reading Football Club. Also, after dozens of miles of keeping my marbles in check, this is where I started to lose them again. There is a playing card on the ground. Right, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm going to see what it is. I'm going to guess the card. Alright, you've seen it before me. I really want it to be one in particular card. Ace of bloody diamonds. Oh, it should have been the Ace of Spades. And if you think that the reason goes any deeper than because that was the Motorhead song, you're wrong, and that is the only reason why it's my favourite playing card. Anyway, after this clip, I clearly still hadn't found my marbles. Almost heaven, West Berkshire. Despite West Berkshire being almost heaven, it is home to something deadly. If there's one thing you should know about living in Berkshire, it's that will keep you up at night. We live in the same county as an atomic weapons establishment. Have fun sleeping tonight knowing that. Having by this point already been on my feet for 8 miles and still knowing I had a long way to go that day, I took a rest just after passing Aldermaster. I just need a little break because I've been walking solid for 4 hours. I'm about halfway there now. But my legs are my feet are a little bit tired as well. I'll still make it to the end. Okay, my camera's been quite good today with charge, but my DSLR's finally gone down to half charge, and I'm only halfway there, so I'm probably going to stop filming until a specific point. You'll know what point that is, just to conserve power, because I don't want it running out on me. Halfway through the day, and admittedly feeling like I wasn't making much progress, I realised why. It's just hit me that, in the context of the walk, I've been in West Berkshire since May. Oh, come on, it's going on forever. I'm gonna be leaving it at some point today, but West Berkshire can go. Ignore country roads, West Berkshire. It's a terrible bloody county. Only joking. I'm a fan of West Berkshire. But I've still been here forever though, I want to get out. It's the hardest leg of the walk. Well, hardest leg of the walk, I'll leave it at that. If I do this one, I can do them all. Come on, we shall do this. To see me finally cross from West Berkshire into Reading though, you'll have to tune in next time.